So our first stop is Young Research Library, or YRL. Right near the entrance, there was this really nice place called the Reading Room, where you can go and have a little bit more quiet. And if you went a little farther in on like the first floor, the entrance area, there were a bunch of places to sit and just like lock in. On the first floor, there was also this cafe called Cafe 451. And as you'll see later, I got a hot chocolate with almond milk here. So that was it for the first floor, and this is the elevator up to the other floors and a map. Honestly, there were a bunch of options I could have chosen, but I chose the third floor for a kind of arbitrary reason. I'm a philosophy major, so to the philosophy floor we go. The fluorescent lighting was a little bit unfortunate, but as you can see in the seat next to the window, like there was sunlight that came in, so it wasn't too bad. There's the hot chocolate I was talking about earlier. The seats themselves felt a little bit like cubicles, which could be either a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I personally like them because they're all facing the same direction, so if you're like in a dire situation with the midterm the next day or something, no one is there to look at you, so yeah. It was also just really quiet, and there were dividers between each desk, so I think that also made it nicer. It's so funny actually because I was studying for my physics midterm here, which I ended up kind of bombing, but I had to retake the video over and over again because I kept looking too sad. So next stop is a classic Powell Library. So this is the outside view. Usually it looks a lot nicer, but they've been doing construction on it for a while, so that's why there are those like wooden boards just plastered onto the outside. So this is the inside, and it connects to a bunch of different areas. So on the left is Night Powell, and on the right, like the stairs that go down, is Powell ground floor. So I decided to go straight, which leads to two separate staircases that meet like on an upper floor together, and one side of it leads to this nice area where they have a bunch of chairs and also the undergraduate writing center, which I work at. Shameless self-promo. And on the other side, they have the reading room, which they actually recently opened again. They even had a cute place to put your tote bag, if you had one, or just your backpack. The only thing was that the table was slanted downwards, like towards where you're sitting. So that was a little bit weird, but wasn't too bad unless you had like a drink or something. Next, I went to Rosenfeld Library, which is near like the Anderson School of Management area, generally. And they also had a really nice cafe nearby. I thought the outside of the building was really pretty, and when I went in, I was surprised by how big the windows were, like on the other side, and I thought those were really nice, because they let some natural light in also. I decided to explore a little bit more before I locked in, so I went downstairs, but it was like super full, so I went back up to sit in the nice little cubby areas. I like the atmosphere here, and it was nice that they blocked off each of the cubbies kind of a lot, so you wouldn't like be face to face with anyone. I did find it a little bit weird that they had like 2 seats per cubby. So it wasn't just you in one cubby. Like there were 2 seats for every little blocked off area. But it wasn't too bad. Everyone kind of just seemed to be sitting with their bag next to them, like in the chair next to them. So it wasn't like super like intrusive. next I went to Biomedical Research Library, and I thought this was more underground, but I went inside and there were a lot of people already, so maybe I was the only one that did not know about this. I decided to check out the Biomed Library East Reading Room because it's supposed to be a quieter area, and I definitely thought that it was a little bit less chaotic than the other place I just showed. The tables were also really nice, no double seating like back in Anderson, and they also had outlets, which was very helpful. For this lock-in session, I decided to read Normal People, which is so good. Please go read it. I was actually so devastated for like way too long after that. In general though, I thought that the vibes were really nice. It was actually super quiet. Even if I didn't have my headphones in, I don't think it would have been too loud. And yeah. So after visiting the Biomedical Research Library, I decided to go to the Science and Engineering Library in Boulter, or just Boulter Library. So I did look at the map, but I ended up getting really lost on the way there, because apparently you can only take one specific elevator to go up, and it's the one, like, in the hallway intersection between Massai and Boulter, so keep that in mind, and it should be on the 8th floor. I also just really liked these noise level signs they had. It was kind of crowded in the main room place, so I decided to go to the stacks / like actual quiet zone. And trust me when I say that it was like dead silent. I really liked how secluded the area was, as well as just being quiet, because it like completely blocked you off from the people that were sitting next to you or like in front of you, which I thought was nice. I was also low-key sick when I was recording this, so excuse the sniffles. I did actually have a really productive lock-in session here, so honestly, I think overall this was one of the best.